It can happen on an ordinary morning. You're standing in the kitchen, coffee getting cold, looking at your phone before work. You already did a lot yesterday. You're trying again today. And still, there's this quiet thought that says you're behind. Not failing. Not giving up. Just behind. How can that feeling show up even when you're putting in effort? What you may be noticing is a gap between how hard you're trying and how settled you feel inside. In this video, I want to slow that down and explain why that feeling can linger, even when you're doing your best. Feeling behind isn't always about progress or results. A lot of the time, it's about how your effort is landing emotionally. You can be moving, learning, showing up, and still feel late to your own life. It's not loud. It doesn't announce itself. It just sits there quietly, making everything you do feel slightly delayed, slightly not enough. One common reason is that effort doesn't always come with a clear signal that you're on time. Many goals today don't have obvious milestones. You send applications, work on skills, try to build something slowly, and there's no immediate feedback. Your mind looks for proof that things are working, and when it doesn't see it, it fills the gap with doubt. So even after a full day of trying, it can feel like nothing really counted. You might finish a task, close your laptop, and still feel like the day slipped through your fingers. Sometimes, it comes from comparing effort instead of context. You see other people's outcomes, timelines, or confidence, but you don't see their starting point or support. Your mind lines up your inside experience against someone else's outside progress. When those don't match, it creates the sense that you're late, even if you're moving at a pace that fits your life. So you scroll for a few minutes, feel a small drop in your chest, and wonder why trying doesn't seem to catch you up. There's also a quieter layer underneath, when you've learned to measure yourself by momentum instead of direction. If things aren't moving fast, it can feel like you're stuck, even if you're headed somewhere meaningful. Slower seasons don't come with applause. They come with repetition, patience, and a lot of invisible work. So you keep showing up, but without that rush of progress, your mind labels the experience as falling behind. You might be learning, adjusting, or recovering, but it still feels like standing still. Imagine this. It's a weekday evening, maybe around 9:30. You're sitting on your bed with a notebook open, trying to plan the week. You list what you want to work on, what matters to you, what you've already done. On paper, it looks reasonable. But as you stare at the page, there's a heaviness in your chest. You think about where you thought you'd be by now. You think about how long some things are taking. Nothing is wrong in a dramatic way, but the feeling won't leave. If you've been there, you're not strange. You might know someone who lives like this. This is what feeling behind can look like when you're still trying. It's not laziness. It's the strain of effort without emotional confirmation. One gentle thing that can help is noticing what kind of question your mind keeps asking. When you feel behind, the question is often, why isn't this enough yet? That question has no clear answer, so it just loops. You could try shifting it to something smaller and more grounded, like, what did I put energy into this week? Then name 2 real things, even if they feel modest. This works because it brings effort back into focus without turning it into a judgment. It doesn't erase the feeling, but it can soften its edge. Another small approach is separating pace from worth, just for a moment. When progress feels slow, your mind can quietly connect speed with value. Slowing down then feels like falling behind as a person, not just in timing. You might try writing one sentence to yourself that stays factual, not motivational. Something like, this is taking longer because it's new, or, this season has more learning than movement. Seeing it written can help your brain stop turning time into a verdict about you. But there's something else here that often gets missed. Feeling behind can show up precisely because you care. People who don't care rarely notice timing or alignment. This feeling often belongs to people who are paying attention, who want their effort to mean something. The discomfort isn't proof that you're failing, it's proof that you're invested. That doesn't make it pleasant, but it does change how you read it. This is for people who look fine on the outside, but keep checking inside. People who are trying, adjusting, and still wondering why it doesn't feel settled yet. Feeling behind doesn't always mean you are. Sometimes it means you're in a middle space where effort hasn't caught up with reassurance. You don't have to rush past that space. You can notice it, name it, and let it be part of the process without turning it into a story about your worth. And if this felt familiar, you're welcome to stay here for more quiet explanations like this.